You don't let them do you. No violence. Let's go. Open the gate for her.
You all should be ashamed of yourself. You close the doors. You don't make yourself prisoner in a house that is meant for the people. And the police.
So far, I've not been given any official reason. I've only read on the papers yesterday that I should not resume today because the Senate has appealed. And that is why I presented to you that the Senate has not appealed the judgment. It is Akpabio himself. He is abusing power by willing the entire institutions to fight me. It's a personal vendetta that Akpabio is unleashing on me by hiding under the wings of the institutions, and it is wrong. It is totally wrong because you can't have his own senatorial district deprive the Kogi Central of representation. There is just no reason why these gates should not be open. But by and large, considering the fact that the Senate is vacating tomorrow, whenever they deem it fit to resume, we would resume as well.
Good morning, it's okay again, Serial, and you're welcome to CY's perspective. Like I said yesterday, I didn't think Natasha was going to be allowed to get into the Senate floor. And from the video that you have just seen, it happened just like I thought. But there were so many other things that played out. If you notice in the video, Senator Natasha said that Senator Akpabio was carrying out a vendetta against her. You know, and it kept me wondering, what kind of vendetta? You know, initially I thought this scenario had to do with what transpired on the Senate floor, but it seems to me it's way more than that. Everything that I'm seeing, we are witnessing a situation that has to do with a boss trying to get acquainted with somebody who works with them and them refusing to agree to the interest. Now we see that play out in so many other scenarios. Now before I go with this, it's an allegation. Okay, I don't want tomorrow somebody will now come and say this is exactly what you said. This is an allegation, and I'm sure they are looking into it. Okay, she seems to be suggesting that Senator Akpabio made a pass at her and she refused, and that all this that we're witnessing is a vendetta against her because she refused to respond to the pass that Senator Akpabio made towards her. So all this chaos and drama that we're witnessing is as a result of somebody liking somebody and the other person saying, I'm not interested in your interest. And it's crazy. But once again, it's not new. We've seen this play out even back in the days, and even till today we see it happening in so many places. Some of you would have witnessed it in your offices. There are so many marriages that have been destroyed all because the boss was interested in the woman, married or not, makes no difference. And it's a negative trait that a lot of men have. Most times we think it's powerful men, but it's not just powerful men. Even men that are not powerful have this trait. In places like in the market, supermarkets, you know, water factory, poultry, stores, banks, oil industry, you see bosses having interest in people's wives and even threatening, telling them that, look, if you refuse to have a relationship with me, you lose your job. Some of you know what I'm talking about. A lot of you with women have witnessed this in your offices. And so many of you have to give away your marriages just because you wanted to retain your jobs. Some of you have to lose your jobs because you wanted to retain your marriages. There was a situation in one of the places I worked back in the days where they went out for a marketing call, and the prospect they were trying to get told this married woman that if you really want to get my money, then you have to give me your body. I mean, he was very direct. Give me my body and you would have my money. And she didn't want to destroy her marriage. She went back and told her boss that, look, I this is what the prospect is asking, and I can't do that. And get what the boss said. He said, if the kitchen is too hot for you, get out of the kitchen. That's what he told a married woman. In other words, if you can't do this thing that this prospect is asking for, then resign from the job. And she did resign from the job and then got another job. So when you see these kind of things happen, we think it happens only with powerful men. But it's not just powerful men. There are some people. There's another case that I know of personally, where a core member working in a place, the boss wanted to have a relationship with her and she refused. She said she didn't want to have anything to do with a married man. Now, of course, she's thinking about marriage, but she's thinking about how to build a relationship with a single person that would lead to marriage. And the boss having interest with her is going to taint that possibility for her, especially in this working environment, which is very good, by the way. So she didn't want that kind of scandal hovering around her. And so she told the boss, no, I can't do this. After her youth service, the boss refused to retain her, all because she refused to have a relationship with her. So we have this kind of scenario play out in different places, even in some marriages. You have some men who are married to a woman and telling the woman, if you don't do this and this for me, I'm not going to give you this and this money that you're asking for. If you don't do this and this for me, you're not getting that house. If you don't do this and this for me, you're not getting that car. Scratch my back, I scratch your back. Even in marriages. So we live in a very crazy world. Now, like I said at the beginning, it's only an allegation, okay? Now, so those kind of situations where people want to have something with, a man wants to have something with a woman and she refuses, and then all hell breaks loose. I've seen it happen so many times, even in history. I don't know if most of you have seen the movie called Troy. Two kingdoms went into war, all because one of the prince came to another kingdom, saw the queen, fell in love with the queen, took the queen away from the kingdom, and the king said, all hell is going to break loose unless I get my wife back. And two kingdoms went into war because of a beautiful woman. Not the first time. King David in the Bible saw Bathsheba, asked about her. They told her, this woman is married though. He said, I don't care. Who is the husband? They told him, the husband is one of your top generals. He said, really? He said, go to the war, tell them to put him in front. But Your Highness, he's not supposed to be in the front. He's a general. Generals are at the back. He said, what are you talking about? Put him in the front. Why? Because he knew that those in front are always the first casualties of war. And guess what? He was killed. 7 days later, he married her. That's how crazy this issue is. So it goes way back in time. Way back. And that's what we're seeing playing out now. Now the whole media and every other person is entrenched in this crazy case of one person wanting something, relationship of some sort with another beautiful woman, and she is saying no. And because of that, all hell is now breaking loose. Crazy, I know. It happens. It's still going to happen tomorrow. And my take is this. Whatever the situation is. Now, at the end of the video, if you notice, she said the Senate is going to take a break as from tomorrow, which I said in the previous video. 2 months from now, her 6 months is going to be complete, and then she would have to resume because she was given a 6-month suspension. So all this drama we're experiencing is her saying to the Senate president, I am not one of those women who you can take for granted. One of those women who you say, I want to have you, and they would respond to you. I am independent. I have a mind of my own. I have my own home. I have my own husband. I have my own marriage. I have my own family. You can't have me like you're having other women. That's what is playing out in my thinking. Now, that's my perspective, okay? And like I said in the beginning, it's an allegation. But tell me what you think about this kind of thing playing out in the workforce, politics, churches, homes. Tell me what your perspective is on matters like this in the comment section. I know so many in this generation feel they especially the powerful ones, they see themselves like Solomon, where they are entitled to 700 concubines. They have their wives, but they feel I'm powerful enough. I can have any other woman that I want. If I see her, I like her, I can have her. But women in our generation are not like women in those generations. Okay, they have a say. They will decide who they want to sleep with and who they don't want to sleep with. Is their choice, is their body, and I hope and expect all men to respect the wishes of the women. Okay, it's very, very important. I'm not for abusing or oppressing women in any way, shape, or form. It's wrong. I'm totally against it. Okay, and I expect all men to behave accordingly in that light. But we all know we live in a generation where there are men who don't care. They feel it's their entitlement. And like I said, it's not just powerful men. You'll be amazed that some poor men will still exhibit the same character traits. Crazy, but yeah, it happens. Okay. So what's gonna happen at the end of the day? She's gonna go home without the 2 months, and then her 6 months will be done, and then she'll be back. My take is this: the elders in both APC and PDP should come together, see how they can resolve this issue once and for all, so that we can move on as a nation from these domestic situations. There are more important things to be talking about. There are more important laws to be thinking about. And there are more important things to be doing in their communities, in the nation as a whole, than to be getting into situations like this. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the videos so that I can keep dropping contents like this for you every day. Okay. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now.